Hi guys, today I wanted to do a video about preventative aging. I feel like this is something no one really talks about, no one really focuses on, and at my age, it's like I'm right in that zone of preventative aging where it's super important. Last night I was thinking about this and I literally wrote 3 pages in my notebook about it to focus on during this video because I think that preventative aging is very important. How many times have I freaking said that already? Everyone says it's so much easier to prevent aging than to get rid of it after it's already started happening. And so preventative aging is, instead of combating the signs of aging after they show up, you're slowing down the process. Everyone's going to age eventually. It happens. It's fact. But preventing it and slowing it down and kind of letting it happen later in life is easier than it is to fight it once it's already showing up. Because once you lose that collagen, lose that elasticity, moisture, it's hard to rebuild that again. It's almost impossible. So if you want to do this with topical creams, things like that, it's very difficult if you already have the wrinkles. And now it's never too early to start with this. You could start in high school. But the thing is, I think that most women especially, don't worry about aging until it's too late. I know plenty of people in my life who aren't concerned with it, who are older than me and everything, because they're not seeing the signs of it. They're saying, I'm not wrinkly, I don't need to worry about anti-aging, because there's not technically preventative aging products out there. It's anti-aging, makes you think, oh, I'll do that when I'm in my 40s, 50s. But you're not worrying about it because you're not seeing it right now. Another thing I want to mention is, even if you have oily skin, this is something to focus on. A lot of people think, oh, I have oily skin, I'm gonna be fine, I won't have wrinkles, my skin won't be dry when I'm older. But that's not necessarily true. You could be oily because you're dehydrated, and oiliness doesn't last forever. I can tell you that right now. I was oily my entire teen years, high school, even college. Only until the last year to 2 years have I not been oily. I have a semi-oily T-zone, I have big pores, but mostly my skin is probably 70% dry, and it could be birth control, that could be hormones, but all these things do change your skin. So just be aware of that. If you're oily now, you're not going to necessarily be oily forever. One way to prevent aging, I think more so than maybe anything on this list, is SPF. SPF every single day. I have the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF 30. I wear this every day. It's not just your face. That's another thing I want to mention. A lot of people, when they think about aging products or anti-aging products, preventative aging, you're only thinking about your face. You're thinking crow's feet. You're thinking laugh lines. But your neck shows a big sign of aging. Your hands show big signs of aging. So you have to focus on all of those parts too. That doesn't mean you need special products to do so, and that's kind of what I want to talk about here. I think a lot of people my age especially think anti-aging products can be very expensive. Yes, that's because companies, I guess, think that women who are more mature and fighting aging have more money. They're more settled, that kind of thing. And it kind of makes sense, but that makes women my age think, oh, well, I can't afford that. Why would I focus on anti-aging right now when it's not showing up? Why would I spend extra money on those products? Well, my point is, you don't actually really have to. Maybe certain products here and there you can, but you don't actually have to buy specific products for preventative aging. You can use regular products that just have those benefits added into them. And I think it's also important is that what's so frustrating, especially at my age, is that when you're in your 20s, acne is so potent still. So you're still struggling with acne. You might be struggling with dark spots, melasma, acne scarring, dryness, whatever you're struggling with. Whatever you're using, you're looking for results. And I think that's something a lot of people want, especially me. I want my pores to look smaller. I want to see visible results when I use a new skincare. And skincare can be expensive, so you really do want to see those results. So you want to take a picture before you start using a product, and in 4 weeks you want to see a difference. And I think that's something in skincare we've gotten so used to. Before and afters. And you see these commercials on infomercials on wrinkle things, and you're like, oh my god, in 4 minutes this person's under eye bags went from here to here. Amazing. But when you're preventative aging, you're not going to see those benefits. You're not going to see a before and after. What it's going to do is keep you looking the way you look now for longer. And I think that that's something people don't really like. When you buy skincare, you want to see the results. And a lot of preventative aging isn't going to give you results that you can see, because it's just extending the time that you still look young. And now there is products you can buy that are anti-aging that will help preventative aging as well, but there's also products that are aimed at preventative aging that are really great. So it kind of depends what you're looking for. I think that it depends what you're also fighting right now. Right now I'm fighting acne, so pretty much what I need to do is not use drying products all over my face. So if I'm fighting a pimple, I'm going to use a spot treatment overnight just on that spot. If you're in your early 20s, teens, late 20s, and you're not worried about aging and you're worried maybe about acne or oily skin, only use those kinds of products that you're using for those issues where you need it. That's something I notice a lot on YouTube and people ask me about. If I'm using a face mask for pimples, I literally spot treat with it. Or if I'm using one for pores, I literally use it in my T-zone. I don't use it here. Multi-masking is really great for this. If you're dry around here like me, you can use a more moisturizing mask or exfoliating mask there, and then use something more that's going to dry out and suck stuff out of your pores in the center of your face, because you don't want to use a drying mask around areas where you might get wrinkly over here. It's going to over dry you, and dryness leads to aging. The drier your skin is, the more saggy, dull, wrinkles, like everything, you're going to see it more. The more plump and hydrated your skin is, it's going to kind of fill out those areas and keep you looking younger, more youthful, awake, dewy, glowy. So whether you're fighting anything that you want to see results with, make sure you only use it where you need it. So if you're struggling with any other issues, acne, scarring, whatever, anti-aging or preventative aging is going to take a back seat naturally. And I think that's totally fine. You're more focused on dealing with your acne than aging that hasn't really happened yet, and that makes sense. But if you're dealing with acne, your under eye area and around here probably doesn't have acne. So you could use an eye treatment, an eye cream. A lot of people don't use that in my age range, and I think it's really important. You don't necessarily need the most intense eye cream from Estee Lauder or something, but you can get something from $25 to less just to moisturize that area. You can get stuff that's $10 from the drugstore just to moisturize that area, because you don't want to use your face moisturizer under your eyes. I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but the skin under your eyes is a lot more delicate. That's why they say always dab everything in there. You're going to want something specifically made for under the eyes. Now you can use something that is meant for dark circles, because no matter how young you are, you probably deal with those. You could use something for puffiness, whatever it is. I use specific eye cream in the morning for the darkness, but I use this at night. It's the Pura Organics Under Eye Tightening Gel. I've had this for almost a year, and I'm not even halfway done. So that tells you what a good bargain this is. This also, they've recently lowered the price on Pura Organics products, so definitely go and check this out. This is my favorite thing in the world. It is a preventative aging line, which is amazing and you don't see much of, like I said. And what this has done for me is I've already started seeing little crow's feet. I'm not massive, like you literally gotta get in there with a magnifying mirror to see them. But I started seeing them, and when I started using this, not only were they less obvious, so it does kind of have an anti-aging benefit, but it also prevented any more wrinkles from underneath here, even underneath by my lashes. It prevented all that little creasing and everything, and you can feel it working. That's what I love so much about this specific product. When you use it, within 10 minutes, you can actually feel your under eye area tightening and becoming smoother. So I'd recommend this a lot. But if you're focusing on acne all over your face, whatever it is, you can still use preventative aging, at least under your eyes. Another place to use preventative aging if you're dealing with acne or any other problems is your lips. Your lips show aging so soon. They get thinner, the plumpness, like even if someone you know has like the most gorgeous full lips, as they get older, they're gonna get thinner. That's like a known fact. So keep up with the lip balm. Use SPF on your lips. And keep it moisturized, because that's the best way to kind of help with aging. And one thing I want to mention is I don't think anyone has ever said, if you talk to anyone 30s, 40s, 50s, has ever said, oh, you know, I wish I had waited longer to worry about anti-aging products and worried about like wrinkles. No one's ever said that, so it's never too soon. Whether you're in your teens, whatever it is, you can grab an eye product. Even if you're using an under eye cream that's meant just to like brighten up the darkness, it is going to have some kind of moisturizing element to it, and that will help you. If you do have great skin and you're in your 20s or your 30s, anti-aging should be your main focus. If you don't have super dry skin, super oily skin, acne, spots, anything, if you have really great skin, a lot of people kind of cut out the whole skincare process. But aging is something that's going to happen to you eventually, so you might as well focus on it. And that doesn't mean you have to use intensive anti-aging products. Like I said, you can just use the basics, and I think that's what I would recommend the most. I think a lot of people use products that are way too intense, and it can actually make you look older in some ways. Keep it basic, keep it simple. You can have the most simple, basic skincare routine in the world, and it can still help. But I do have some other tips if you didn't want to buy preventative aging products, which I would recommend this one at least if you're going to do something, because crow's feet are not great, and it can really mess up your concealer, and it just, under eye dryness, can all make you look older, and this stuff is so good. But a few other things I want to mention is to focus on moisture. So even if you have oily skin, dry skin, whatever, focusing on moisturizing your skin and hydrating it is really going to help with anti-aging, preventative aging. Your skin, if it's dry, is going to be dehydrated, it's going to look dull, and it's not going to look young and plump and fresh. If you want fresh and glowing skin, some great things to look into are hyaluronic acid and ceramides. So those are in a lot of products. Those are in CeraVe moisturizers, which are what I use. They have ceramides and hyaluronic acid in them. Hyaluronic acid is really going to help to boost the moisture in your skin. It's even good if you do have oily skin, because a lot of oily skin is because your skin is dehydrated and it's overproducing oils. Ceramides are really going to help with anti-aging as well, and just looking at those ingredients, they're very basic, they're not too expensive, is really going to help. Another thing is to balance out any dehydrating products with water. So if you drink coffee, have whatever, if you drink 10 ounces of coffee, drink 10 ounces of water to balance that. Same goes for alcohol, same goes for very dehydrating foods with a lot of salt or sugar. Obviously it's useful for acne as well if you're trying to clear your skin, but for aging, it's not just what's on your skin, it's also what you put inside your body. And I know I sound like so annoying, but eating healthy does help. Just kind of balance it all out with water. I think that it just makes such a big difference. I notice when I drink more water, not only is my skin clearer, but the next day I wake up, my skin is plump, more bright, glowing. Another thing you can do is use a silk or satin pillowcase. Not only is that going to help anti-aging with your skin, but also your hair. It's a lot more gentle on your hair, on your skin. If you're sleeping on your left side every night, say, your left side is going to show more wrinkles. My mom talks to me about this a lot. When she sleeps on her side, that side does have more wrinkles than the other one, because your skin is being pushed and your weight is going on that side. And if you use a silk or a satin pillowcase, it will help to reduce that. It's not going to make the world of difference, like I said. It's not going to show you results overnight. It's not that kind of a thing, but it is very soft, and those products do tend to be cooler if you like a nice cool pillow. Another thing, be gentle. Don't use heavy, intensive drying products. If you're using a toner, which I highly recommend, use an alcohol-free toner. This one is the Thayer's Lavender. I love this. They have an aloe vera one, a neutral one, like a million different things. But don't use alcohol. Avoid alcohol in a lot of your products. Be careful when you wash your face. Don't scrub it to death. I actually wrote this down. Pat, massage, and dab. When you want to push something in your skin, push it in. Massage your skin. Dab underneath your eyes. Pat your face dry. When you rub and scrub, it can really aid you. And when you're that tough on your gentle skin, especially on your face, it's not going to be a good look. Under your eyes, I constantly see people going like this and rubbing and rubbing. You want to dab products around here, from concealer to eye cream, everything. It goes to the rest of your face. You can just use a scrub, a gentle exfoliant, whatever. You can use Clarisonic. Just don't overdo it. If you have a Clarisonic, great, it works wonders, but you don't need to push really hard and scrub your skin. And if you have acne, you might think, I just want to get my skin so clean. But that's just your frustration talking. The more you scrub, the worse your skin's actually going to be. It's going to get aggravated, irritated, and it's not going to look good. Another thing, bring your moisturizer down your neck, both morning and night. You can use your body moisturizer there too, but your face moisturizer, your neck skin is quite sensitive. It's not as thick as the rest of your skin. So use your moisturizer, your neck, your décolleté area, your hands. Make sure to moisturize these areas, because those are going to show signs of aging. Like I said, make sure you're using lip balm. You don't want dry lips anyway. Always take everything down your neck. We all have lines in our neck anyway from staring down at our phones all the time, but if you don't focus on your neck is going to be saggy and like weird, like a chicken or a hen or whatever the animal is, a rooster. So focus on that. Focus on these areas you might not think about. It's not going to be that difficult. Use an extra dab of moisturizer on your neck. These are little things you can do to help with preventative aging. They can also help with anti-aging, but the results are going to be better for preventative aging. Like I said, it's not going to be visible results that you're going to see a before and after result. You're going to see how you look lasting longer. You're going to look younger compared to other people who aren't doing these things. Another thing, use cool water. Do not wash your face in the shower unless you take the world's coldest shower. The water in a shower is much too warm for your face. It's hot, it's steamy, that can dehydrate your skin, it can aggravate your skin, and it's just not good. It's honestly not good to take that warm of a shower anyway for your whole body, or your hair even. But just wash your face in the sink, use cool water, not cold, not hot, not warm, cool. And then another thing I want to mention is, as you get older, your lashes fall out. They get thinner. It sucks. I guess it doesn't happen to everyone, but it does happen to most people. Just as your lips get thinner, your lashes are going to get thinner as well as your eyebrows. So use coconut oil on them before bed. You could use a lash growth product, but I find that coconut oil, olive oil, things like that castor oil are going to be the most effective, gentle, they're not very expensive. Just rub a little bit of coconut oil on your lashes before bed, kind of not only promote growth, but also keep them moisturized, because things that fall out, like your lashes, they're falling out because they're brittle, because they're dry. So if you keep them moisturized and healthy, that's going to go a long way. And I do want to say with this, there's nothing wrong with aging. Aging is a sign of maturity, it's a sign of wisdom. There's nothing wrong with getting older, having wrinkles, there isn't. But I think we all would like to just, show our wisdom and our maturity through our personality, and not so much our face and our neck and our hands. We can still keep our youth as long as possible while getting more mature and wise with our years. So I just did want to post this video to remind you guys that preventative aging is really important this time of year. I think it's also very important. Make sure you're using SPF. I know you want to get a tan, like I get it, seriously I get it, but it's just really not worth it, to be honest. Like, if I asked you, do you think that if you got skin cancer you would look back and say, yeah, all that tanning was worth it? Was it? No. Use fake tan. I love a good fake tan. You can also still get color, just keep up with the SPF. And I know I sound like a broken record, but seriously, I wish I had been using SPF so much longer. I used to love to get that first burn of the year, and then I'd get tan for the rest of the summer, but it's just not worth it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I feel so gross when I'm not tan, I just don't feel as confident, and I was like that for a really, really, really long time. Even now, still, I prefer how I look with fake tan on. But at the same time, I've kind of gotten used to it, and once you're pale for a while, you'll just get used to it, and you can make it work. And I know it might suck sometimes, but it's definitely worth it. And just keep up with the SPF, because that is the best way you're gonna be preventing signs of aging, dryness, sunspots, age spots. Acne scarring is so much worse once you go out in the sun. If you have melasma like I do, the sun is just not your friend when it comes to your skin. And that's not just your face, that's your neck, that's your hands, that's your everywhere. So just use your SPF. Oh, one more tip, sunglasses. If you notice you're getting lines here, not only is this product going to make a world of difference, but wear sunglasses, especially UVA, UVB protecting sunglasses, because that will prevent you from squinting and making those wrinkles a lot worse. So that's my last tip, and I hope this was enjoyable. I hope you guys learned something. Look up online, look into more preventative aging products. I would recommend Pura Organics. I'll leave their link below. Not sponsored, just literally love this product so freaking much. So definitely check this one out specifically. I love this. Do your own research and carry this out and see what you think, but I really just wanted to focus on preventative aging. Most of my audience is between 18 and 26, I think, so this is the time to be focusing on preventative aging before it's anti-aging, and it's more expensive and it's more difficult. So that's it for this video. It's so long, I have a lot of editing ahead of me, but I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know in a comment if you have any questions. Subscribe to see more from me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!